Hello, beauties. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming to my channel, Infinite Divine Pathway. If you're new here, I am Lassyfly. This is our sacred space where we dive into the magic of the universe together. I'm just going to be doing collective messages, whatever comes through. I don't have anything planned besides that, so thank you for tuning in from, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. I'm so happy you're here. Let's see. Let me share this real quick on my Facebook. We'll see what comes out. What the heck? How does it take me to I can't stand Facebook. You're taking me to a whole other posts and shit. Like, they're the worst. Sorry, I'm just tagging somebody who wanted to be notified on my live. So thank you for your patience. How is everybody? I feel so tired. I feel, very tired. Tomorrow, I am going to go to a little psychic fair, I think it is. Hi, how are you? So I will try and go live before I go. I know it starts at 10 in the morning, and I don't think I'm showing up right when it starts, just because I feel like my kids will probably still be sleeping and we're all going, and I'm taking my niece as well. But it's a 2-day thing, so I don't know if I'm gonna go both days, but I have tickets for both days. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be doing tomorrow. So I don't know if I will be going live in the afternoon. I usually go live at 1 o'clock or around there on the weekends, but like I said, I'll probably go live earlier, and then I don't know if I'll go live again because I'll be at that event. I only found out about it a couple weeks ago. If I would have known, I would have asked to be a vendor and sold my stuff. Well, I would have been there. Man, Princess, it was so good to hear your voice. I love that for me. I love it for me so much. Um, but also like just it was a really good conversation. And just like you said, dude, like I feel like that needed to have happened so long ago, but I feel like divine timing and kind of like what I was talking to you about earlier. I don't know that it would have been received the same way just because of the fact that I was kind of allowing my perception to be swayed, by other people. And I was just kind of not putting myself out there anyways. Like almost everybody was always in their inbox anyways, which I don't really care about that anyways. But I do remember you would send me messages, and I just partly didn't have the confidence, but also just I wasn't really like sure of what to do because I wanted to still be in that shit. So I just didn't I wasn't being my own person, and that was stupid. But I'm glad I'm being my own person and being authentic, and that we have this relationship because you're fucking amazing, dude. I really, really like you a lot. Let's see what's coming out. What are we Oh, I tried to react. Thank you. Also, I got what you sent me. Freaking my app or something, like it just kept like it showed like I clicked on it to react to it, and then it just like showed me a black screen, like it wasn't loading anything. So I'm gonna check back later. I think it's just my reception because I was trying to say thank you. I'm so grateful. I definitely feel like I grew from it for sure. And I also feel like part of it was too like certain things I feel like I wasn't meant to see in that moment. Kind of like how you talked about how like your guides and like my higher self and stuff just kind of showed me what needed to be seen. But I feel like there were certain things for a while that weren't supposed to be seen because I was meant to experience these things for myself so that when things were meant to be exposed, I would already have the experience and know how to go accordingly, but also how to tell other people who may have been going through it or are going through it or will be going through it, because that will happen. So, you know, we'll see. Huh? We got the moon, and there's this full moon energy already. So this is two energy. No, this is 11. I don't know my Roman numerals, man. I need to know them. Oh no, this is two. This is the high priestess. So we have this high priestess coming out, and I really love this as we're talking about like higher self and stuff. But this is very much about like intuition, the moon energy, intuition, full moon, divine feminine. You're a Libra moon. Yeah, my husband's a Libra moon. I think I was telling you that. I love that. But I really feel like this is very much that. And it's like you holding this, you have this world, and literally it's the world, but it's also like this ball of energy. It's you like holding the world in your hand, and it's like your higher self is coming in, and they're just like tapping on your third eye, and they're just giving you all of this wisdom, this gift, these keys have been coming up collectively and individually in these charm readings, and there's so much that's being unlocked for us, or even locked as in sacred, as in don't share certain things with people because they're not worthy and deserving of it, or they shouldn't have access to these things because they're specifically for you. That came out in Jackie's reading earlier. And, if that resonated for some people, because I noticed I was doing a reading for somebody else and she was resonating with their reading. So if you resonate with people's readings, please take what resonates for you. I also feel like it's because we're all kind of on the same wavelength that you will take what resonates and what is for you. Because, messages will be given to you from your spirit team, from your higher self anyway. So even if that means a message that's not directly for you, but it's what you needed to hear, take it. But this is very much you trusting that intuition and taking what is yours. It is you seeing the things for what they are, knowing that you have this whole world in your hand. You can tap into these things. You are knowing of all things. So just trust it. Don't doubt yourself. Especially in these situations, there's a lot of people who try to put doubt on us, try to make us feel like, oh, you can't shine as bright as you are. Oh, don't do these things. And even we can sometimes be afraid of our power because maybe we don't know how to, control it just yet. Or maybe we're not even fully aware of what it can do. And we're just afraid to see what it can do, but we know we can do shit. um like I was talking about, I watched Fringe, and like that was like a lot of what was happening in that. Like they take you to like different timelines, different universes, like it's a whole bunch of shit that happens in that show if you've never seen it. But one of the characters like have these powers and shit, and like she never fully taps in until like the last season into like what she can actually do, and she can full on like make buildings power go out and do all these things like with her mind because she's so fucking powerful. And that's what I'm saying, like, but for a while she couldn't even hone in on her power. She was afraid, and she didn't even realize that fear what was like activated it and like helped her like channel it, and even with that channeling of it, master it and know like when is the right time to use it and things like that. um So it's all about you, you know, tapping into that energy, tapping into that power that we could be afraid of, but it's like your higher self telling you, like, it's always been you, like, you have it in your hands. It's you, it's your universe, it's your magic. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid to, you know, acknowledge the power and the divinity and sovereignty that is you. It makes people so fucking scared, especially when they're not standing in their power and they're not being authentic in that mirror that you hold up. It's scary. But you are experiencing this for a reason. Like, everything is happening for a reason. And they know, you know, they know that you are ready for this. You just have to trust you. We have this Seven of Wands. This is Leo energy. This is Mars energy. It's actually coming out for us in reverse. So I feel like this is, you know, not taking that action, not fighting, you know. There's so much happening here in this upright position where all eyes are like on it and you have this power and you're standing in it, but we're not right here. It's like we're afraid to take the wand. We're afraid to stand in our power because of these people with all their eyes on us. And that's what they're saying. Like, you already have it. It's already in you. All you need to do is master it. Like, practice. Like, in your everyday life, they're saying, like, when it comes to shit, just start using your intuition. Just start, you know, tapping in to these energies, they're saying. Ground with that shaft. But I'm also saying, with all these eyes, like, using it, you know, in your everyday life when it comes to the people. 20, why do I keep saying it wrong? 1221. I don't know why I keep wanting to say 2112. Something's up with that number, but 1221 was what I just seen. It was mirror numbers, and that was what those eyes were showing me, is that you are mirroring things. They are mirroring things at you as well. So don't be afraid to ground yourself and to stand in this power, to shine your light as all these eyes are watching you. Don't be afraid to do it. You already know everything. So practice it on the people around you, you know, start using it in situations. That's what they were saying. Like, you know, you start tapping in, like, how, with how powerful you are, because of the fact that you can, like, summon these people, these situations. You are able to, you're able to, like, you're able to see it before it's even happening, and it's like all the different versions. That's what they're saying. Like, you got all these eyes and you're able to see these things. So start trusting yourself in everyday situations, whether it be with people, even with shows or things like that. Start tapping into that intuition. Maybe even calling situations, like being like, oh, like, if you're watching a show, I think this is going to happen, and then trusting yourself and letting it play out. And if it's right, like, yes. If not, that's okay. Like, just keep trying to better your self in these areas where you're able to trust yourself, where you're able to stand in that power, because right now you're not necessarily trusting yourself, but you need to, like, ground yourself. um so start trying to do things to strengthen that. It even goes back to what I was just saying, like, seeing what it is that you actually can do, working with those gifts, working with these energies that are presenting themselves to you, that are coming up. We have this 10 of chalices that came out, and it's in the reverse for us. And this is just things not necessarily being fulfilled emotionally for us. This is Pisces energy. This is Pluto energy. 10 is about, like, cycles. You know, this is about completion, but also like starting over, new chapters and stuff. And this is happening, and it's not pleasant. This way it's in reverse. It's basically saying like, this is not exactly what it is that we want it to be. It doesn't feel good. And that's okay, because even if it doesn't feel good, we are learning things. We are growing from these situations. There are things that like are coming up where we're asking like, why isn't my cup being filled like other people's are? Why am I not in these situations that other people are having, that I am seeing with that Seven of Wands energy, where you're seeing all these eyes and shit, and you're just like, why don't I have this? And what they're telling you is, you're not supposed to compare yourself. You're not supposed to worry about what's happening with everybody else. And that's why this is coming out for us, is because they're saying like, what is meant for you and how it's meant for you, it's going to come unexpectedly. Like, you ain't even going to worry about it, because you already have everything in your hands. You already know it's already tapped in. Like, don't compare yourself to other people's, because this is how you disappoint yourself. This is how you feel that unfulfilled feeling, because you're comparing to other people. And they're saying, cut that shit out. That's not what you're here to do. You're not here to compare yourself to other people and what's happening with them. Plus, they're like, it's probably not even that fucking great. Like, you think it's all like peaches and cream for them, but it's not. Like, motherfuckers could really be going through it, and they're putting on these fronts on social media and shit, and that's what they're saying. Like, what they could make you think is a happy family could really just be a fucking front. It's not even really what it is. It's an illusion. Yes, it is. It is a fucking thief of joy. I love that. So they don't want you comparing yourself or your situations to other people. Like, in your own birthright, you are powerful. And that's why they're saying, like, don't compare yourself to them. It's definitely a thief of fucking joy. And it's probably not, like I said, what they want it to sit there and be. Literally. That's what they're saying. Like, they could sit there and be putting up this front and acting like they're the happy family, or that they got all this shit going on for them, and really, like, they're cheating on each other. They're not even happy. The kids don't even freaking, feel safe with them or even respect them. Like, there could be so many things that could be happening, and they're just like, they want to put up this front. And you're out here and you're comparing yourself, and you're like, oh man, I wish I had what they had, but they don't even really have it. So don't be worried about what other people are doing. Yes, exactly. I have to stay in my own lane, man, for real. Stuck in a Tree, man. I love her. I remember when I first found her years ago, and I heard her song Stay in My Lane, I was like, that's my fucking anthem. Like, I don't do nothing. Like, I got a tree in the back. I stay in my lane. I don't think too much. And I love how she was like, all these problems are small. Like, it's so true. Like, I ain't worried at all. Like, I don't care what other people are doing, because for what? I can't. I used to be so into that, and it literally kept me in this shit right here. It kept me, even in this shit, like, having anxiety about other people and what's happening in their lives and what they're going on and doing. And it's like, why am I even like tripping? It doesn't even, it doesn't do anything but keep me in these vibrations of, lack, or even, blocked, because now I'm over here and I'm like wanting to be somebody else and not be me, but really in reality it's not even what I'm sitting here and I'm seeing for them, because then maybe I show up at their house and I'm like, oh wow, you live like this? Where are you at taking these pictures? Because that's the shit that I'm looking at. That's what I thought you was living like, but where the fuck are you taking these pictures at? Like, putting on these whole fronts and shit. So we need to stop trying to be who we're not and be exactly who we are, because the things that we are experiencing, the things that we are going through, whether they are comfortable or not, they're leading us to our highest and greatest good. Like, they're leading us back to ourselves, back to that whole world in our hand, back to our power, back to our highest self. So we can't get there when we are thrown off paths and trying to claim other people's energies and other people's things, whether it be gifts, because we all have the same fucking gifts. We all have these powers, if you will. You just have to tap in and hone in on them. If you're not in the right frequency and vibration, you're not going to be able to do it. So stop comparing yourself to others and just do the fucking work. We have this Two of Swords, and that's what they're saying. Like, you have these choices. And there's your little messenger coming out. But this is your crossroads energy. This is my mom coming through. This is Libra energy. You know, this is Venus. Today is Venus day. Get into that loving energy, you know, but what's coming up for you? What are you needing to do? What are you needing to see? And you're not seeing it. Where are you needing to go? Because the choice is yours. Like, everything is right in front of you. Are you going to walk through that door and choose you? Or are you going to, you know, not that you're not choosing you, but it's like you're just choosing to continue to go this long route. It's not that it's wrong, because that's what they're saying. Like I've been saying, there's no wrong about it. It's just going to take you longer. But all they're saying is, with this, is like, it's going to take you longer, but what you need to do is choose the path that is ultimately going to bring you the most mental health balance, the most balance. There's no wrong way about it. There is no right or wrong. Either way, the path is yours. It's for you to walk. You're going to end up in the same place. You just are going to take a little bit longer. You're going to experience things a little bit differently, but that doesn't make it wrong. And they're saying, like, that's the beauty in choice. And that's what they're saying too, is we can't be stuck on outcomes. They're like, choose one and accept it. But make sure you're choosing that one that's going to bring you the most mental balance. And that makes so much sense, because why are we going to choose the one where we are trying to be other people, where we are literally, you know, probably killing ourselves to be other people, to have these experiences that probably aren't even what we think they are. So it's throwing us off balance. We're having these experiences that are considered unpleasant, you know, because we didn't choose us. We didn't choose what was bringing us balance. So we're needing to do that. We're needing to make sure that we're choosing us this time around. And that's what the messages have been for so long. Like, that's what's come out in a lot of my readings, is that we this time around are meant to choose us. We are meant to be the caretaker of us, the nurturer of us, because too many times we've been that for other people. Not that it's wrong, but just that we are worthy. And that's what it's saying right here, is that we're not doing that. We're cheating ourselves out of that. We're cheating ourselves out of being there for ourselves. This also, you know, this is Leo energy. This is Virgo energy. This is the Knight of Pentacles. This is also energy of actually cheating and being deceived. So we could be being deceived by people, and that is a part of that crossroads. Are we choosing the crossroads for us that is bringing us the balance, where we're not feeling like we are in this happy ass family, where we're not feeling fulfilled, where we're feeling like, man, do I want this? And that's what they're saying, is this whole thing is coming up with that high priestess, with that high self, because it's all about you listening to your intuition. And this is all about you practicing your discernment. They're like, what are you overlooking? And this could even be with contracts too. They're saying like, what are you being deceived in or out of in a contract? Because there's a contract right here. So, but with the whole happy family thing, it's like that somebody could be deceiving, somebody could be cheating, somebody is trying to cheat you out of something. And that's why they're saying with this contract, pay attention. You already have everything in your hands. You are able to see it, use your intuition, because when it's coming to this situation right here, somebody is working against you and somebody is trying so hard to keep shit from you. And they're saying practice your discernment because you already fucking know. You already know. Your higher self is feeding you this information. You're getting these downloads. You have these feelings. You already know. So trust that and practice this discernment. And that's exactly what they're saying is needing to happen. You're needing to practice this discernment, because right here they're saying, like I said, with you having all these eyes on you, they're also bringing up that you could be taking this aggression out on other people or even on a specific person. And they're like, this person might not even be the one. You're doing it to the wrong person. They're like, you need to point that finger and take accountability because you chose this shit. And sometimes that's not what we want to hear, especially when it comes to relationships. But they're bringing up this family card and they're like, look here, motherfucker, you're the one who laid down and made this choice. And that's why now going forward, you have to choose. But you need to make sure as you're going forward, you're choosing your mental clarity, your mental balance is what is important here. But choosing your discernment, because it's so important, because they're trying to cheat you out of shit. They're trying to make you feel like you are worthless. And they're like, no. Just make sure that you are taking accountability for yourself, for your actions. So, oh, all right. Tower just fell out. Oh, and bottom of the deck, 3 of swords. So there's definitely some fucking pain coming out for sure. Hi, Jima. So, you're needing to use your intuition. You're needing to listen to yourself. You have this pain. It's coming up and it's like, what the fuck is happening, man? You got this cold heart right here because they're probably causing you to be cold hearted. And this is, this is you needing to, you're needing to take time for that mental clarity. They're literally saying like, yeah, you're needing to take time and that you're living in the past and this is what you're needing to release. This is what you're needing to walk away. This heartbreak, this sorrow that has been there, this pain, and they're like, it's turned you like you're fucking cold, man. Your heart, you got this heart of gold, like not gold, this cold ass heart. Aww. I didn't come on at all yesterday. My son on Thursdays in the morning has class, but after that I got busy and did things and I went and ran errands and shit and we went to the park and stuff, and then by the time I got home I was tired, so I didn't even go on at all yesterday. I did record a meditation though. And then the day before that I think I only did the morning one. So it's okay. I wasn't really here, but I'm grateful you're here now. So it's this bottom of the deck energy where you're needing to They brought up Tony Braxton. They're literally saying, like, unbreak my heart, but you need to be the one to unbreak your heart. So if that resonates, but Tony Braxton is what I heard, you're needing to unbreak your own heart and stop living in the past. Stop. But that's also where they bring up that accountability. You know, you chose this shit. You might not have been able to see it, but you see it now for what it is, and use your discernment. Listen to your intuition. And they're saying, you know, unbreak your own heart. Forgive yourself for this shit. And that's also where this tower is coming. We have this tower in reverse for us. And that's actually not necessarily a bad thing, you know. Not that a tower is a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. I feel like tower is actually something very beautiful because it's literally like starting over, it's tearing the shit apart. But the fact that you have the tower in reverse with the Three of Swords, it's just, to me, like, that's it's just saying that, you know, you're going to soon be experiencing something. You haven't done it yet. It's not here because it wasn't full on pulled underneath you, like the rug was pulled out from underneath you. But they're like, it's happening. It's going to happen. And you're going to have it happen soon. And this is why it's important for you to take this broken heart of yours and get out of the past and to unbreak your own heart and to choose you, because they're saying that you're quite literally about to experience this really uncomfortable fucking thing. And they're saying it's because of the fact that you're living in the past. And they're like, it's going to be forced upon you if you do not surrender. And they're like, it's gonna be forced upon you so fucking badly that you could experience you could experience emotional and they're physical, and they're even saying fucking spiritual breakdown. I don't like the way that even sounds, but that's literally what I'm hearing. It's like, you can experience all of this shit if you're not willing to surrender and let it go. Why are you holding on to this stuff? Why are you keeping yourself in these situations that keep you stuck, that keep you in these moments of comparison, of pain, of trauma? They're like, you need to move away from that because that tower is coming. And this is your chance to take action now before they fucking completely pull that rug from out from underneath you. And then you start to have these psychosis breakdowns and these mental emotional breakdowns, and you could very much be experiencing, you know, anxiety and depression and so many things. But they're telling you now, like, this is that chance for you to surrender and to choose you, to unbreak your own heart and walk away from these situations. The foundation is not stable. And that's what they're saying. You gotta let it go. And I know it's hard for some of us, but we have to, like, we have to do it. Otherwise, they're gonna do it for us. And when they do it, they're gonna do it in like the most worst way possible, because they're gonna show you. Like how I told you before, if you've been following me for a while, I refused to do the work. I would throw myself into more and more work, you know, to the point where I'm working like 24-hour shifts and stuff and just not coming home and focusing on me, being so exhausted from working that I'm not able to, you know, take time to rebalance, to ground myself or any of that. That the universe was finally like, look, we keep giving you all these signs, we keep trying to show you, we bring up these memories, these emotions, and what do? You just keep shoving the shit down. So instead, we're gonna literally get your ass beat so you can have a time to sit down and to heal physically, mentally, and emotionally. So we're just gonna whoop your ass and remind you of all these things, trigger all this shit, bring all this up for you because you weren't willing to do the work. So we're gonna do it in the most worst way. And that motherfucker, like, sprained my neck, traumatized the fuck out of me. I haven't been back to work since. And now it's almost like I am traumatized. Like, I'm afraid the next time I am around an elderly person and they fucking raise their hand, I'm probably like gonna fucking flinch. No, probably not, because I'm working through it. I'm not the victim. I know I'm in my power and shit, but I'm just saying, like, we have to make sure to do what is needed when we start to have these things come up. Pay attention to the signs. Literally, your higher self is showing you these things that are coming up for you. They're feeding it to you. They're giving you these downloads. They're giving you all this shit. And this is the choices you have to make. You have to be willing to choose you, to break your heart, to, do what's going to bring you the most mental balance and clarity. And sometimes we don't know how to do that because we are so fearful. We're so caught up in this energy of comfort in what we know, even if it's an abusive relationship. Oh, we know this abuse. I don't know that other abuse. 35, 53 when I said that, mirror numbers. So it's like, I don't know what that abuse is going to come from that other person, but I know this motherfucker only beats me, 5 times a week. That one, I don't know how often they beat me. They might beat me like more times. Maybe they don't even beat you at all, but you don't know, and you haven't walked away from it. You don't know, like, I'm grateful that I didn't pick up that, like, all the women in my family are abused, you know, all of the men in my family are abusive, even my brothers, even my cousins. I look at the shit that they do, the way they talk, the way they act, and it's like, man, you're all a bunch of little fucking your dads, abusive, controlling, toxic motherfuckers, and then you just pass that shit down to your partners and things like that. It's disgusting. Like, I'm so grateful that I did not choose a man who belittles me, who beats on me. None of that. Like, my husband is the complete opposite of. I had one person put their hands on me when we dated, and I was in fucking high school, and he whooped my ass on campus. And never again. Never again. I watched my mom get her ass whooped. I watched, my aunts. I watched all kinds of people in my family get whooped on by men. Had it happened to me once, and I was like, no, that will not be me. So we have to be able to break these patterns, but we have to be able to choose us. And it's hard because we could be comfortable, like I said, but we have to understand that we're worthy of so much more. And we continue to take this trauma, this pain, that it ends up hardening us and it makes us cold. And, we end up lashing out at all the wrong fucking people. And that's not fair. So we got to be willing to do this work. We got to be willing to really see what's coming out for us and let that shit go. Take that fucking torch like this fucking thing has and burn it all up. Start all over. Burn that shit all up. What else? Yep. Got the Hierophant coming out. So this is all about spiritual awakening. This is all about us going within. This is about, that your higher self. They're literally right there. They're walking with you. You could be a Taurus. This is Taurus energy. This is also like 5 energy, which is about change. This is earth, like grounding, but it's coming out for us in reverse. And this is all about, us not necessarily doing what we need to be doing, which is what I was just talking about. We could be so fucking stubborn because this is what this is representing. This is representing us being stubborn, even being lazy, not taking action. This is about even material things. Maybe we're so caught up in material things and we are just like, because that did come out. Oh no, that came out in a reading for somebody that paid for a reading for me. But it's come out before in other cards where we could be choosing these paths where we're trying to start these businesses and we're doing things for all the wrong reasons. So they're not like taking off. we're doing it for material intentions, or we're doing it for monetary gains that are not beneficial to us and to others, or they can be beneficial to us, but not to others. And so this is basically what is coming out here with this energy too, is that we could be doing these things for this material vanity. We just want to stunt on motherfuckers and show them like, I got this and you don't. And this energy is very much what prevents our growth. But they also said that whole energy of not taking accountability. We're not taking accountability for things, and it's us making excuses. And that's what they're saying, is like, stop making excuses, because this is the energy of you making excuses and not taking accountability for the situations that you have put yourself in, the choices that you have made, when all you have to do is take accountability, see what it is that you are supposed to learn from this, and then let it go. It's as easy as you unbreaking your heart. And I know that it sits there and says that, no, it doesn't say that. Sorry, I don't know. But I know that it feels like it could be hard, and it sounds like, oh yeah, you're like, it's so easy to unbreak your own heart, but you're the only one who can do it. And that's what they're saying, is like, you are literally being asked to take accountability and to be the one to choose you. Those foundations were so unstable. They have this energy of, the cheaters, people who don't even really have your interest at heart. They could just be given a shit. They're so, deceiving. They only care about themselves. Hi. So, oh, hello, people. I didn't realize there was more people. Dude, for real. It's a real ass thing. I feel like there's a lot that's been coming out as you're saying that. It's so funny because I heard, like, when you said that, like, misdirected energy too. Like, people could be sending energy and it could be not hitting you, but like the ones around you, like your loved ones, could be the ones experiencing it. So they're saying like it could be misdirected energy for sure. And that way, where they're angry, but because you could be protecting yourself, it's bouncing off of you and it's very much like landing at your loved ones. I don't know if that resonates, but that's what I heard. So that misdirected energy triggered that for me. So maybe somebody needed to hear that. I don't know. But that's very much the energy of people being deceiving, people who are trying to play you, um people who are showing you who they fucking are. The masks are falling off. This is the age of the Aquarius, but you still not choosing you, not choosing better. And that's what they're saying, like, take accountability. You keep choosing this, you haven't even walked away from it, you're not even willing to release these people, these situations. And so they're saying, until you release this, you're gonna keep experiencing this shit. And it's gonna be to the point where we're gonna break you so badly. And I didn't like the way that even sounded, because that's literally what they say. We will break you mentally, emotionally, physically, fucking spiritually, or whatever they said. Like, that didn't sound good. And that's why they're saying, like, we're giving you the choice to do this yourself, or we're going to take matters into our own hands and we're going to sit your ass down and you're going to do the work. You're going to cut these people off, because this is not for you. And we want you to see this. We need you to see this. Very much we need, because we're giving you this information. We are feeding it to you. There are so many signs, they're saying, like, we're just showing you. But something is keeping you afraid to walk away. And that's what they're saying. Like, no more. No more making excuses. Oh, they might change. Oh, things might be better this time. Oh, I know, because I'm healing, they're healing. But even if that is true, they can go and heal and be away from you, because the energy is not what is needed for you. It's not benefiting you anymore. It's keeping you in that imbalance. And that's what we're trying to do, is bring balance, they're saying. and they have this chalice energy, and it's the bottom of the deck, and it's the king of chalices. And this is very much us not being in check with our emotions. This is us not being, you know, not being in the right space. This is us coming at people where we're envious, where we're vengeful, and we're spiteful, and we're just like, I will tear you a fucking part. And this is that whole energy that could be coming up with, oh man, we got, after I move that king, there's another king underneath it, but he's in the upright, so he's more healthy. But this knight energy is very much, they're like bringing this up with this king energy. And this king of chalice is basically like, if you don't submit to me, like, this is that whole energy of like, if you don't submit, baby, I'm gonna rock your whole world type shit. And this is that whole insecure thing where they could be, you know, in this cheating energy. Just, they're so deceiving but controlling, and this is what you're needing to get away from. This is what they're saying, like, this is how come you're so, you know, imbalanced, and this is how you can't find that joy, that happy family feeling that you're looking for, because it's not there, and it's not going to be there. And until you remove yourself from this situation where this person is obviously feeling this for you, where they're like so jealous, they're so jealous, so hateful, so spiteful, because it's like they want what you have. They want that power. They want that light. But it's for you. Oh my God. I love that. Thank you, princess. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh, for real, huh? Yep. You gotta let it go, man. You gotta let it go. Because they're saying like this isn't for you anymore. And even with that king of wands coming out, that's basically what it's saying to you, is that you already fucking know, you know, you are so unbalanced, or you could be dealing with somebody who's so imbalanced that they were for real like just keeping you almost even in chains. You could even be the one doing it, because that's what they keep saying, like, you're not taking accountability, for these choices. And they're like, this motherfucker could have showed you, they could have showed you so many times, but you let that love blind you, you let that little feeling that you were getting blind you. And they were like, they showed you. And that's this king of wands energy right here, where this is, you're like in this energy of getting yourself back. And that's what they're saying to you. This is what we need. We need you to reclaim your energy. We need you to go about your we're needing you to get back into like your ambition. Like they're like, you used to be so ambitious, you had these things. This person could have even taken that from you to where you don't even have that ambitious energy anymore. And that's what they're saying, is you need to get back into that. You could even be lacking integrity, they're saying. This lion, nope, this is a tiger. They're saying like this tiger is here, and it's very much like giving you courage. It's offering you courage. They're like, there's nothing for you to be afraid of. You got this big ass tiger at your feet. They need you to step back into your honor. They need you to step back into your leadership, they said. Don't be afraid. Like, you need to step back into who you are. And this tiger is very much here to give you courage, they said. And that wand is to tell you it's movement. It's here, it's now. And underneath that is the 5 of chalices. So this is very much that energy of you coming out of that. This is Pluto energy. This is Scorpio. This is all about, normally in the upright position, it's like you're being drowned, you're being pulled down. But with this in reverse, it's you're just like, nah, you know what, I'm not about to do this shit anymore. You're not silencing yourself anymore. You're not ignoring the signs, because your higher self is saying, like, look, motherfucker, we've been showing you, we've been really feeding this to you, okay? And it's to the point now where it's like you can't ignore it anymore. And they're saying that that's what they need. They need for you to express yourself. We need for you to express these emotions, because they were drowning you. They were keeping you trapped. They're even saying that there could be somebody else who has been trying to hold you down with emotions, who have been trying to keep you from seeing this light or expressing your truth. They were like, even if that meant killing you. They're saying, like, soon this is going to come to the light, like what is happening. Even if it's another person doing this, they're going to reveal this, and it's going to, it's going to also reveal, like, the darkness in you. And they're saying, and when this is revealed, like, this is where you need to acknowledge it. This is where you need to do that healing. This is where you need to get back into your courage, knowing you have the courage to face this. They don't want you to ignore it anymore. They don't want you to keep silent anymore. You have to express this shit, because if you don't, it's going to keep drowning you. It's going to keep pulling you down and pulling you down. And baby, you need to let it go. Pull yourself up and free yourself from this shit. That tiger is here to give you courage. Oh, I love you guys. I don't know. I don't know what I know. I'm just saying what they say. So free yourself, because we are literally the ones that need to take accountability. And I know that shit is a difficult word for people sometimes, especially when people who are unhealed and they're like, accountability? The fuck do you mean accountability? Yeah. Yeah. You need it. And this is also judgment. This is very much the energy of you having this awakening. This is you, having even your higher self, like, come through for you. Because look at, like, with this judgment, there's it's they're saying it's like, this is fate. This is what's supposed to be happening. They're like, let this shit play out. Because through all of this, they're saying you are releasing the things that are not for you anymore. You're surrendering to it. And by doing that, you are freeing those parts of you to then rise up to your highest power and accepting all that comes with it, which is what they're showing me. It's you releasing these old versions of you, these things that are not serving you anymore, all these energies, so that you are then rising up into your highest self, into your highest version of you. But you have to be willing to let go of all of these things that are holding you back, that are drowning you, that are pulling you down under in these emotion ocean, because it was very much a fucking ocean. But you have the courage to do this, and you're only freeing yourself into your highest version. So they're saying, like, that's exactly what is coming up. They're asking you to deal with it. This is fate. That's literally what they said. This is fate. This was always a part of your destiny. This is how you are going to unlock your highest self, like the highest version of you, so that you're aligned with it. This is collapsing all of these other timelines, all of these other things. It says, so let it be. We got a lot of king energy here too. Your group always has a lion on it. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much. Yeah, so I go live a couple times a day, mostly between 4:45 and in the mornings. I've just started doing that in April, around like 9 something. But I live in California, so I don't really know what time it is for you. But for other people, it's like later. But I live in California, so it's only 5:48 right now. But I'm like 54 minutes into my live. But I go live on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And I just give whatever comes out. Like I have topics sometimes. I also do meditations and stuff. So thank you for being here. I'm so grateful for you showing up, and I'm glad that this is, this message is resonating for you. So we do have a lot of king energy because after I pulled out that judgment card, we have some more king, and this is in reverse. And this is Aries energy. It's Aries season, you guys, but it's also Taurus. Maybe you're a Taurus. So taking that, how that resonates. This is earth energy. This is grounding energy. Maybe you could be ungrounded, but what is coming up here is that you could be stubborn. And I know I am stubborn. So this is very much the energy of stubbornness. And they're saying, like, that's exactly what they're saying, is you're needing to let go of these versions of you, because this stubbornness, if you're trying to hold on to it, that's that whole thing that they're talking about with that tower. It's going to be your undoing, because it's going to fucking break you. It's going to break you in so many ways. And that's why they're saying, like, you need to let this go. Don't be stubborn. And they're literally saying, like, you sit on this throne, but you come off with this energy that is stank. You come off with this energy that is like dictator. You come off with this energy that you don't even respect people. But guess what? They're like, they don't respect you either, or your authority. So maybe check yourself if this is resonating for you, because that's very much the energy that is coming out with you thinking that you know it all, you being in this ego. And it's going to very much be the downfall of you, because you think you know it all. And I know people who are like that, literally. I know people who are like, oh, I'm so spiritual and this and that. Like, I'm the one who's going to do this and I'm going to do that. What? That's your fucking ego, dude. Who told you that? Where did you get that information? Wrong. So taking that, how that resonates for you, there could be people who are very much in that energy where they're, telling you that you have to do things this way, especially if it's like a spiritual community and they're like, this is how you ascend. Like, no, don't listen to these people, because they're very much in their own, unhealed cycle that is, they're about to have that rug pulled out. And this world is coming in reverse as well, and this is very much same thing, saying like, look it, you have all this heavy shit on your shoulders, you're just not willing to let it go, and they need you to, because they're saying once you relieve yourself and you drop this heavy ass weight, all this pressure that has been sitting on you, it's forcing evolution, and you need to let it, you need to let it go so that you can evolve. It's going to be so pressurized that it's just going to fucking it's going to pop. But are you going to surrender to it, or are you going to force it? Because that's what they were saying with the whole thing. Like, you have the choice. There's that crossroad energy. Not that one is bad or the other. But what they're saying is you can choose to make this a pleasant experience and do it on your own, or we can do it for you and you just gonna ride this shit out the way we say it, because it's probably not gonna be what you thought. So how about you unbreak your own heart? Are we gonna help you do it? And we can do it and put you into this spiritual psychosis. We could have somebody physically whoop on you to where you are just like, oh man, not only am I like physically whooped, I'm mentally whooped, all these things. So don't let it break you. Don't let that happen to you. Choose to be the one to take the weight off of your shoulders and not let it get so heavy that it's forced upon you. Choose you. Oh, you're a Taurus? Aw, I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you, Stacy. Yes, Patrick, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself. and it is not gonna be pleasant, they said. But this Two of Wands, you need to get yourself in motion, and right now you're not necessarily taking the steps, and that's what they're saying is you're needing to be willing to take action. You have to be willing to do the work. They're saying like you're not willing to do it, and because of that, this is gonna make it so you feel like that lack where, oh, my dreams are never coming true, oh man, this is never gonna happen. But you have to take action. You have to be willing to strengthen your skills, your talents, learn new things. Even when it comes to energy healing, that means taking the time to sit with yourself. Even if it's only 5 minutes a day, they're like, you need to take the steps. You're not allowing yourself to create the life you want by just hoping and wishing. The universe doesn't work like that. You have to take action. And that's what the wands are about. Action, movement, getting up and doing it. Not wishing and hoping, oh, universe, I'm manifesting. Yeah, manifesting also also means action. So they're asking for you to do this, because right now we're not allowing ourselves to create the life that we want when we're just over here staying in these situations and just hoping for a better outcome. Oh, I'm sending him this energy and it's just going to be, better. But what are you really doing? You're sending him this energy, yeah, but are you getting up and walking away? Have you picked up something and hit that motherfucker upside the head? I'm not saying that you need to do that, but, what are you doing? Are you taking action to protect yourself, to choose better, to do better, to know better? Are you learning new things? Man, it's hard. I've cut off so much family. It's really easy for me now, but it's hard. It definitely is, because there's times where I have moments where I'm just like, man, I see my family all together having get-togethers and shit, and it's just like I do get sad and I do feel certain ways, but at the same time it's like, no, you know what? I'm not about to feel bad about that shit, because when I'm around them and I'm in their space and even in their faces and stuff, the way they sit there and they treat me, the way they talk to me, the boundaries they overstep, the disrespect, like, why am I sad? No, fuck that. But I find myself doing that, and it's because we're human. We don't know how to, or maybe we do. I'm still learning how, but I don't always know how to separate that part of me. I go back to that living in the past part, and I'm still working on it. We're all working on it. That's why we're doing this all together. We're all learning. Um, well, I don't think that it means anything bad. It's just like the king to me is like that's the highest rank in the thing, like, so it's like the most completion energy, but it's just a lot of the king energy. I think there was three. I think two of them were in reverse, so it was like a lot of unhealed energy. Not necessarily, because I mean, yeah, it could be masculine energy too, but it's just like the king would be like kind of like how the 10 is completion, like the king is the highest in the suit, so it's like it's a lot of mastered energy, but it's was a lot of unhealed masculine unbalanced, yeah, energy that was coming out. So that's what I was saying, like it's a lot of the final um but like the final energy, but it's just like it was coming out unhealed or unbalanced, where we had the upright wand and he was saying like, here's this tiger for courage, because the other ones were kind of unbalanced. They were in this dictatorship type energy. They were in this, energy of controlling and shit. So um yeah, definitely masculine energy. Um but I don't necessarily think that it's unhealed or a bad thing. But also, I feel like collectively, that's what a lot of it is. I feel like collectively, it's a lot of fucking unhealed masculine energy that is the problem. Like that's what needs to be healed is wounded masculine energy. That's the patriarch. All of this shit has been under masculine energy. I mean, in the old ancient times, it was feminine. The divine feminine ran things. We were the ones in control. We were the ones who ran shit. And the masculine energy was just to kind of keep the shit in place, like the muscle, but also like to uphold the laws and shit. But the women were the one who did it all. So it's like that's where we're going back to, and that's why they're so fucking afraid. That's what all that sun energy is. The sun is masculine energy, and I get why they're afraid, and I get why they're like so ungrounded, because they feel like they're losing control, because they are. The divine feminine is rising, and the dark feminine energy is literally rising. um and people are scared about that, because they're like, holy shit, they've always been used to this man world, but nope, it's going back to that feminine energy. So what else? Okay. Ooh. Ooh, we have the Knight of Wands. And this is in reverse for us too. So we had what was the other one night that we had? Hmm. Oh, we had the Knight of Pentacles, and that was coming out with somebody who could be having that cheating ass energy that was coming out. And this energy is the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I also have the Justice card in reverse that came out with that. So those two actually came out together when I was shuffling. So this energy is coming out with oh, this is like, I'm gonna say that's a dragon. I think that's a dragon. Oops, I keep dropping my damn pen. Um, I want to say that's a dragon. And this energy is basically coming out for us in reverse, because it's saying, like, with this dragon right here. All right. So they're saying with this dragon right here, and it coming out in reverse, this is the victim energy. And they're saying, like, when you lay there and you're helpless and you're afraid, they're like, literally all you're doing is just feeding yourself to this dragon on a platter. It's gonna fucking devour you. They're literally saying, get the fuck up, stand up, you got this wand, and you need to fight. And there's like, you have nothing to lose, and you have absolutely everything to gain. What are you afraid of? You can't be the victim. You literally have to get up and you have to fucking fight. There's nothing that you are about to lose, but everything for you to gain. And this justice is coming out for us in reverse, because they're saying, you know, not only could this be victim energy, but this could also be coming out where manipulation is happening. Somebody could be manipulating. They could even be manipulating and playing the victim. And this is like a dangerous game. And they're like, and these scales are really like about to tip. And it don't mean it's going to be in the best way either, because this is all about that energy of being forceful, manipulating. And they're like, you can't, like, true justice, true truth, like, you can't manipulate it. You can't force this shit. And you definitely can't, like, make anybody a victim. or they're saying not to be the victim, especially like if you're the one who's doing this and you're bringing this imbalance and you're being like, what was that word? I can't think of it. Deceptive. If you are being abusive, if you are being, the cheater or whatever, and they're like, you're over here sitting here trying to be all of this with this narcissist energy, but then you're trying to play victim. And baby, these are not about to like tip in your favor. You're out here trying to manipulate people, and it's about to come back to you, is what they're saying. Like, you better watch out, because somebody's about to get ready to get up and fight, and you are about to really have a rude enough awakening, because they're about to show you, I'm not the one. I might have been the one for a minute, but no. So this is all about that, that justice is about to come. So make sure whatever end that you're on, the receiving end or what, maybe you're being the one serving up the justice, but somebody is about to have some shit happen, and they're not about to like it, to where the point that it could cause them to have these breakdowns spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, mentally, all of that shit. Like, it's just, it's gonna be bad, especially if they are not willing to do the work and unbreak their heart, or you're not willing to unbreak your own heart. And it's not gonna be good. So I think whoever is resonating, time to take some time to do the things, do some inner work. We also have this Eight of Pentacles bottom of the deck, and this is very much you having these skills, being on track, even self-discovery, developing new skills, even taking action steps, improving things, but having everything that you need right there for you. So if this is you 111, as I'm saying that, maybe this is you who is going through this situation, and they're saying like you're right now, you're on the brink of it. You have this plan and you have this exit strategy, and you're on the way to discovering yourself, and you're creating something, and it's fucking about to take off. You just have to keep working at it and waiting. The time is right, and it's about to reveal itself for you. So if there is something that you're trying to break free from, they're like, it's fucking here. This Eight of Pentacles is literally here to show you. It's happening. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I know. So sorry. But I'm so glad too that you're aware of it and that you're seeing things. That's beautiful, because it is so much freedom. It's not you being the victim. It's not you also letting her, continue to manipulate and control you. You're literally breaking free, and that's you taking your power back. That's you being in that King of Wand energy, knowing, I got a fucking tiger right here, man. I have this courage. I am brave. I can do hard things. And I know that I am the one who is basically going to be my own savior. And that means walking away from you. That's fine, because I am freeing myself from this shit, from this pain, from this, narcissist energy. And I love that so much for you. 113, that's divine feminine energy, new beginnings too. So fucking beautiful. So beautiful for you. But bottom of the deck, underneath that other bottom of the deck, is also our Empress in reverse. So this is very much that wounded female, not wounded masculine, wounded feminine energy right here. This is probably you, having blockages. It could even be where you're lacking motherly instincts, or things could be, with that imbalance. But they're saying to you, even when it's imbalanced, even when it's feeling like it's off, they're still wanting you to see life as the blessing. They're saying like things can't be rushed, because they're even saying like in the womb it takes you 9 months. Like, you can't rush this process. And literally, that's what I'm hearing right now. They're saying you must learn to love your life unconditionally. And that's why this is coming out, because right now there's parts of you, or even all of you, where it's like you feel like you're not in that space where you're just like that motherly look where you're like, oh, I just created this thing, I just birthed something, you know, I have these most treasured desires, you know, that I want to bring to life. Is where you have this beautiful creation energy, but it's like you're not there right now. And they're saying you need to get back in there because right now you're not fully loving life. And that's what they want. They want you to love life unconditionally, even through the ups and downs, because through those things, they are a part of your evolution. They are a part of your growth. And every challenge they're saying is leading you to your highest self. So don't rush anything, but get in the flow of loving your life unconditionally. So take that how that resonates. I don't know. But that's the message. I was an hour and 15 minutes. Dang, I didn't even think it was going to be that long. But I don't know. I hope it resonated and helped somebody. I hope they got what they needed. Thank you so much. I am going to go because my son wants me to do his hair for him, so he doesn't have to get up super early and do it. So, thank you everybody who joined. I'm so grateful for all of you. I think there's people for sure. They don't, people on YouTube, or not YouTube, people on Instagram don't ever say anything. They just be seeing, oh, I can't highlight their comments anyway, so I guess that really wouldn't matter if they were commenting. I could just say what they said. But yeah, I am so grateful for absolutely everybody who's been here. I guess I will be back tomorrow. Before I go to the event. The event starts at 10 in the morning, like I said, but I don't think I'm going to go that early. But I'll be back in the morning and we'll see what comes out, what messages are needed. And I still haven't uploaded my meditation. I have been distracted by many other things, so I don't know if I'm going to do the Venus Day meditation or not. But I'm going to try to after I do Danny's hair and then upload it because it was actually a really beautiful little meditation that I put together. But that is a wrap, my beautiful souls. I love you so much, and I'm so grateful for you sharing this space with me. Your energy, your light, your magic, you know that they're always felt and appreciated. Remember, you are loved, you are powerful, and you are infinitely divine. If any of this resonated, if you just like what you heard, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe so we can keep growing this sacred space together. Until next time, beauties, stay radiant, stay empowered, and most of all, stay magical. I love you all, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. I'm so happy that all of you showed up. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. I know, right? My son's so funny. Mom, can you do my hair? I love that. I love that my kids want me to do their hair still. So even if they're 16, 17, 10, I'm grateful. So I love you all, and I hope that you have a beautiful night, and I will see you tomorrow with some Saturn Day messages. Love you, beauties. Bye.